right, so we've been listening to John Fairley, again, one of the paramedics that responded to the scene. He was involved with the immediate assistance to Botham Jean at the apartment. They are switching witnesses right now, so I'll introduce my guests. Today with me, we have Keith Lamar, Deputy District Attorney in Fulton County. Keith, thank you so much for joining us. And we also have here in studio with me Bernarda Villalona, a trial attorney.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so listening to this witness so far, this paramedic, Keith, I'll come out to you first. What do you think of his testimony? Is this helping the defense here?
Actually, his testimony is one of those things that is not really helping. It's just done for the purposes of the trial. As of right now, it's not.
Keith, we're having a little problem with your audio. Bernarda, what do you think of his testimony? Do you think this is helping the prosecution or defense? As Keith said, he said it maybe didn't help anyone.
Well, it helps the prosecution because you're bringing out to the prosecution the intensity of what Botham Jean was suffering. He's down on the ground, he's unresponsive, he's bleeding, he's not breathing, and these people are trying to help him, trying to regain him back to life, and they're not able to. And
I think it also helped us picture this scene a little bit more. He described how many people were in there, the other medical assistants helping. So we get a little bit more details about what was going on in that apartment.
Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, it also shows that all these people that are arriving, paramedics and police officers that are arriving, everyone is trying to help Botham Jean. And this officer, Amber Geiger, at no point did she try to give any medical help to this man that she killed.
All right, so we've been listening to Holly Gibraltar, and again, she's the manager from the apartment complex that both the defendant and the victim lived in. And we're getting a better look at the layout of the Southside Flats apartment complex. We've seen her speak about the individual units as well as you see in this slide, the building as a whole. She's talking about layouts here, especially where Amber lived in relation to Jean. So this is all interesting because we are starting to get a lot more details about these complexes. You can see that photo there, a bird's eye view of what they are laid out as. Keith, I'm going to come out to you first because I want to ask you, as a defense attorney, what do you think this is hurting the defense here by showing that these apartments are similar, but obviously different floors here, different ways to access them? Is that helping or hurting the defense?
Well, it's one of those questions where I think that it can hurt the defense because it's showing that you should have known where you were. You should have known that this is not your house, not your building. So it does hurt. But at the same time, they can put a spin on it and use it as a positive to show some of the similarities. So they do have a little gateway where they can get in there and get some similarities, but overall, I think it hurts the defense.
Right, and they're showing these pictures of the units and of this complex, and it's very much one of those cookie-cutter apartment complexes you see everywhere in America, no matter where you are. They are very similar. The units are basically replicated one after the other, and especially in this case, when they are on top of each other, you know, to go get for the defense here, they look nearly identical.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're definitely going to be identical as far as, you know, like you said, when you have apartment complexes like this, everybody's room for the most part looks the same, depends on the decoration. So hopefully the prosecution, if they're trying to show the differences, show that there's, you know, a different mat, there's different furniture, there's different setups, different hallway colors. But as far as the overall apartment, it's going to be the exact same.
Right. It'll come down to what are the details of the elements of the apartment inside the apartment, the furniture, maybe things like that. We have to take a quick break right now on Law and Crime. When we come back, we'll be back live in Amber Geiger's trial in Texas. Stay with us.